Hello, my name is Father Michael and welcome back to a new season of Friar Art. For the past few weeks, we had been looking at the different masterpieces created by different masters during the Romantic era, a cultural movement that spreads all over the world like wildfire. It influenced many artists from France, United Kingdom, Germany, and Spain. Francisco José de Goya y Lucientes, famously known as Francisco Goya, is regarded as the most important Spanish painter of the Romanticism period. He was born in the town of Fuentetodos in 1746 and later moved with his parents to Zaragoza. At an early age of 14, the young Goya started his training under the master painter José Luzan Martinez. The rebellious imaginative element of Goya's art, as well as his bold mark-making and handling of paint, provided a model for the work of later generations of master painters like Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, and Paul Cézanne. Among the diverse and masterful works by Goya, many art historians claim that his painting entitled El 3 de Mayo de 1808 en Madrid, or 3rd of May 1808 in Madrid, is one of the greatest paintings of all time. Most of all, it has been called the world's first modern painting. Goya completed this painting in 1814. He created this masterpiece to commemorate the Spanish resistance to Napoleon armies during the occupation of 1808 in the Peninsular War. The painting is set during the early hours of the morning of the uprising and centers on two groups of men. One, a rigidly posed group of French armies, heavily armed and ready to fire. The other is a chaotic group of Spanish captives and some dead bodies. The only main source of light in this painting is the lantern that sits between the two groups of men. It dazzlingly illuminates the body of a man in a crucified-like pose who is clearly a poor laborer, a pose and placement that suggests that he is sacrificing himself for the good of his nation. The man's face shows sadness and anguish rather than fear and terror. And if you look closely, he has the mark of a stigmata, referencing the marks made on the body of Jesus during the crucifixion. The other townspeople gather around him and behind the central figure. By contrast, the rigidity of the French army figures made them look a bit mechanical. Not a single face is shown, thus they appear cold and incapable of feeling any human emotions. Nothing is going to stop them from killing this group of unarmed people. The chaos happening in front of the canvas seemed to contradict the quiet peace and darkness that is happening on the other side of the canvas. A dark night that seemed to imply that this type of brutality will never end. This painting is powerful because Goya chose to paint the truth, rather than going with the norm in the 18th century art where battles and war are represented without any blood or gore. Goya chose to fill his canvas with truth, truth imbued with real emotions and tragedy that had not been seen before. This is certainly why this masterpiece remains so emotionally charged and effective even today. Now, we are only a few days away from Holy Week, the holiest week for us, followers of Christ. As we all remember Jesus' great sacrifice for all of us, as we prepare ourselves on these solemn days ahead of us, let us remember the truth in Goya's painting, the truth that, though it may be hard to see, had brought so much beauty and inspiration for others. Let us look deep into our hearts to see if we are hiding our true selves because of shame or fear of being judged. Perhaps it is time to let God unveil the masterpiece that is in you. Open your hearts, let the light of God shine on you, and embrace your true selves as we journey through Holy Week.